Hi everyone, my name's Celeste and this is Stirring Stories, where we get different people to cook in the kitchen, some real chefs, some long-time cooks, and some people who are pretty new and rough around the edges like me. But every story matters, and that's why we have this series, and today I'll be making pasta with broccoli and sausages. My general relationship with the kitchen is interesting. It's always been a place of necessity for me. I've always enjoyed having people cook for me because I was spoiled growing up. My mum was a very good cook and I didn't have to worry too much. When I moved out of home, maybe about 6 years ago now, I think, then it all hit me, how hard it is to prep food, how hard it is to make something delicious. And honestly, I think I lived off an egg curry recipe that I could batch make for a whole week. With like, you know, a couple of yogurts, and occasionally I'd make pasta. So not much variety in my diet. Then I got married. And obviously then you have to think about someone else's nutrition. You can't just have rice all the time or egg. So now I feel like the kitchen is more of a fun place. My husband and I like to try new recipes, try cooking Asian food, different stir fries, sometimes go into those traditional Italian recipes that my mum and my nonna would make. But I would say very much still a learning place for me. I'm not a natural in the kitchen, and I think it can be a bit of a stressful place. Have I had any cooking disasters? Yes, I've had a lot. I think the funniest one I can think of was during COVID. There were a lot of like cooking kits going around, and me and my husband, we ordered a cooking kit to make this massaman curry at home and make your own flatbread. I was like, easy. It's like a two-step flatbread. You do a bit of yogurt and then you add some water or milk or something and flour. It was really easy, I thought. So I went to make the flatbread and it just kept sticking, and the more I massaged the flatbread, the more it built up on my hands, to the point where all of it was off the bench and on my hands, and I actually couldn't touch anything. I had to get my husband to come help me scrape my hands off. And then in addition to that, we put all the ingredients for the massaman curry in a really big pot, way too big for the curry, put the pot in the oven. It didn't fit fully, so the lid of this pot burned down, the plastic lid handle bit. And then the curry reduced so much we were left with like a sludge, but we ate it without the bread. So that's probably my biggest disaster that I can think of in the kitchen, but there've been a lot of different ones. I tend to just keep going or you don't eat. So a lot of people ask me, why do you use stainless steel cutting boards and measuring cups and stainless steel in general in the kitchen? Doesn't it blunt your knife? Yes, it does. I'm not really worried about that. I got a bit nervous recently about plastic in the kitchen. There's a lot of stories going around how it's bad for you. I know this is plastic, but this is borrowed. So I'm still being consistent. But yeah, I just thought stainless steel leaks fewer chemicals. I don't feel like when I'm chopping, I'm accidentally cutting up a plastic chopping board and getting it in my food. Same with pans. I switched to steel from, I think there's like non-stick Teflon coatings. It just gives me peace of mind. I'm not a scientist. I don't know, but I prefer cooking that way. And if the knife gets blunt, I just use one of those little knife sharpening stone things and it's fine. Alright, so I don't like touching raw meat. This is my least favorite part of this recipe. So instead I'm going to tell you about my favorite food growing up. Try not to think about this. I always really loved my mum's shepherd's pie. She made a great shepherd's pie. I think the only thing that freaked me out was when I learned that one of the ingredients was Worcestershire sauce, which has anchovies in it. Because I don't eat fish, I hate seafood. But I liked the shepherd's pie, which kind of counted against me. But it's delicious, and actually recently I found out you can get vegan Worcestershire sauce. So when I do cook with Worcestershire, I use the one that has a vegan base, so I don't have to worry about the anchovy. Sausage, huh? Yuck. So, I guess a bit about me. By day, I work in data privacy for a big organisation here in Australia. My job's all about making sure that what that company does with personal information is legal but also ethical. So making sure that customers are protected in the way that their information is used, which I really like. Data privacy is an interesting area. I kind of fell into it. I started off studying law and Italian at university, and for a little while I thought I'd go on to be a lawyer, possibly in Europe. So it didn't work out, and I think that's fine. It probably wasn't for me. So instead I started working at a bank with a lot of data analysts, and it just so happened that I came to learn about privacy, and it lined up. They really like people with a legal background because a lot of it's interpreting laws and a lot of compliance work. So I really enjoyed it. I've done that for nearly 5 years now. And then I've also recently started a colour analysis business. So looking at the colours that suit people best, it's kind of like personal styling, trying to help people dress in colours that they enjoy and that makes them feel more themselves and more vibrant. And so that's kind of my weekend gig and my creative outlet. So I do a bit of both, and sometimes cooking. Plenty of cheese. So, colour analysis is an interesting one for me. I actually discovered it during COVID, another one of my COVID stories. So, I had a lot of time on my hands during lockdown, and I like to practice my Italian and make sure that I'm keeping up with my language skills by following a lot of different Italian content creators on Instagram. And one that I came across was a colour analyst, and she was talking a lot about how different colours change the way you look, the way you feel, and how they can brighten up a person. And I really saw the effects. She did a lot of examples of celebrities taking outfits they wear on the red carpet and then photoshopping it and showing a different colour that they could have worn instead that would have been like more brightening on them. So that was really interesting, and I started experimenting at home with my own wardrobe and seeing the reason that a lot of outfits I had didn't work was simply probably because they were just the wrong colour. It wasn't me, it was just the outfit. And I realised, okay, I'm probably spending a lot of money and a lot of time wearing things that don't suit. So that's been really interesting, and that's how I got into that. And then I started studying. I did a colour analysis course, took the time out during COVID as well, and it's been really great. I've enjoyed meeting new people and helping them, and I guess my number one advice to people who aren't feeling confident in the way that they're looking and the way they're dressing is that it is you. It's probably something to do with the clothes you're wearing, the clothes you're picking, so don't beat yourself up. But try having a go at seeing what it is that does suit you better. Maybe see what people compliment you on the most, what type of metals suit you the best. So are you more of a gold or silver person? Just start that kind of self-discovery and testing, and eventually you'll start to see what does work and hopefully feel better and be able to invest in pieces that you like. have to remind you this is the first time I've made it, and I didn't use orecchiette like they recommend. I used penne because that's what I had. Sure, came out looking a bit chunky, but it's delicious and a lot easier than I thought. And I'm sure some of you who are more seasoned chefs will have your tips and tricks for cooking the broccoli down so it's a bit more saucy. I think I probably cut the florets a little too big. I'm happy with it, I'm pretty proud. And we've got food to eat for days. There's a big pot. Alright, positive feedback for me. Good amount of salt. Very nice sausages. I got the Italian fennel ones with the little like picture of wine at the supermarket. So legit, very nice. Negative, constructive feedback for me. I think I could have chopped the broccoli florets a little smaller and maybe cooked them like a minute longer so they broke down. They're delicious. They're just a little crunchy. So maybe when you try it at home, cook it a little longer than I did because I'm very like, throw it in the pot, it looks done, it's light green, it's ready. But it's delicious. I'll be eating this for a couple of days. Very good.